idea for this floral print that started off as the least complicated thing I could think of because I was being lazy to the most complicated thing I've made in a while.
Oh my goodness, that looks even worse.
Transforming skirt, which I'm really excited about. Am I stupid? Very proud of the shape. It fit my waist on almost the first try. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The top of this piece has that large hem on the top that if you cut open on the sides, basically creates a long channel. And the original idea was just to take this square of fabric that I have and the channel that is along the top of it, chop the ends off, feed a string through there, sew these two ends together to create a simple little tie skirt, right? It's ruffled at the top, goes out towards the edges, cinch it at the waist with that tie. And then I remembered that I have magnets for sewing specifically. And they are these little circles that I could embed within the waistline, like so, and then extend it, take a longer cut instead of just to my knees, maybe down to my ankles, sew a channel along here, and then put more magnets in the bottom so that I didn't have to sew a hem. Except for the fact that this doesn't exist yet, so I created double work for myself because I still have to sew, instead of sewing a hem, I have to sew around magnets. But because of this, what I've also created is the possibility of a transforming skirt, which I'm really excited about. Let's call this idea number 1 with the base level like red design skirt. Were I to use it and fold this up to the top and stick that together with the magnets so that this line becomes the base of the skirt, then the skirt look a little bit more like that, where the edge is just folded up in on itself with the red on the underside. So it would start with look number 2 with the green fabric or the underside or the wrong side of the fabric facing out to start. And then if I unsnapped all those buttons from around my waist, it would unfurl into number 1. I don't know if any of this makes sense. You'll get it when I finish it eventually. But yeah, I've created a bunch of work for myself, and theoretically, this will actually look cool if I can add a second fabric to be the green fabric on top of the cute floral fabric that I already have, so that I'm not just, oh, a skirt that doubles in length. No, a skirt that doubles in length and changes. This is either gonna work perfectly or go horribly, horribly wrong, and I do not believe in in-betweens, so let's see what chaos I can create. Okay, so my camera was dead for a little while, but in the meantime, this bin of animal crackers and the calculator on my phone figured out the math which is behind this entire mess. You can see that blue outline is kind of the shape of one side of the skirt. Cut that out like 4 or 8 times. Not out of the fabric I wanted to, sadly, because we didn't have enough of. Add a zipper, pleat it onto itself using magnets, and bada bing, bada boom. I just gotta learn how to sew a zipper. The truth. Hey, how do I do this? Am I stupid? I think I might be stupid. I just haven't put it in the zipper yet. Never mind, I'm not stupid. I'm smart. We're okay. So this is the skirt, how how it is now. Right now it comes out to my mid-waist. I put a couple of safety pins in here just to keep it all together. I have it slightly apart because I have not added any of the magnets or potential ways to make it fold up and unfloral into a different type of skirt. Right now, it is just simply a long, semi-A-line skirt with floral print on the front side and a white cotton lining. So here's the thing that I discovered when originally testing with this, is the idea of just folding it up and attaching with magnets, and then just like pleating on those magnet lines. It looks like a giant diaper, and I don't really love it, because the idea would be to have it attached up here with magnets. Maybe even if I ironed these parts down, which I don't own an iron, so can't do, even at that point, it would be a drop, which would take a minute. It would be under the magnets, spin it out into this. But the issue is that when it's up, because the only other fabric I have is white, it looks like a diaper. It doesn't look like a skirt. It looks, and you can very much tell it's going to transform into something else with the fold. A temporary solution is a belt. The idea is to have the top folded over the belt as a way to secure it and have it be a little poof on top, sort of giving like a cupcake or a mushroom vibe, something a little bit different than just straight diaper. And then the transition would be, instead of just unfurling magnets, it would be undoing the belt here and then spinning that out instead into the much longer dress, which is fine because I prefer the floral print and I like it as a long skirt on its own. But I'm gonna flip it inside out and see if maybe the floral print as a short skirt with the magnets would look less like a diaper. So here's hoping. Okay, so here it is tucked into the waistband with the floral side out. It still very much is giving poofy diaper princess because there's not a petticoat that's gonna fit under this to make it any better, and it doesn't really go out until like knee length anyhow. But it looks a little bit less like that because it's the floral print and not just like plain white, but the shape is still very much the same because that's how construction of fabric works. I'm gonna try it this way with the little mushroom top of just plain white and see how that goes. Oh my goodness, that looks even worse. Like this. I liked the second and the third option the most out of the four that I tried with this. This is just not gonna be it because it looks, no, it doesn't look good, bro. It doesn't look good. Like, it looks so much better just as like a white, long, kind of little thing skirt. It also doesn't fall very well because it's cotton and it's not a very slippery fabric, which made it easy to pattern like identically and sew really quickly, but it doesn't fall very well because it's not very slippery. I made a skirt. I lined something, which I don't ever do. I used a zipper, not very well, but I did use one. And the skirt itself, I'm very proud of the shape. It fit my waist on almost the first try, and I remembered to make room for my butt. And it like hits exactly the ground of where I measured it wanting to be. As a skirt by itself, obviously the floral side is more pretty, but it works a regular reversible skirt for both the white and the floral print. So I'm not mad about that. I'm just mad at how much material happens. It's like when you put things to the power, like when you square things or you cube things, like putting it up to the quadratic, what's the name of that curve? Exponential. When you fold the paper in half, there's 2 of it. You fold the paper in half again, there's 4 of it. It's 4 thick. So it looks 4 thick. Instead of just looking like it's transforming from one garment into another, it's going, oh hey, there's 4 pieces of fabric there. Oh hey, there's 2 pieces of fabric there, and it looks different now. But this white stuff looks pretty darn good, and I'm gonna go model the shit out of it outside because humiliation is my punishment. No, I'm gonna go model it outside because I like it and need to gain confidence wearing this outfit. I have, in fact, worn it already to run down to the grocery store for some necessities, and it went okay. So yeah.